All right, let's just be honest for a second. If you're feeling that constant crushing pressure from the AI hype cycle, that little voice saying you're going to be left behind if you don't become an expert right now, then this explainer is for you. So let's dive in and talk about a real, practical way to tame this thing. First things first, let's put a name on this feeling. Because it's not just you. It's this collective sense of being totally and completely overwhelmed by just how fast everything is changing. And man, this quote it nails it, doesn't it? This isn't some neat and tidy software update. It's messy, it's chaotic, it's happening at full speed, and it feels incredibly dangerous to make any move at all.
And yeah, there's actually a name for this feeling: operational paralysis. It's that moment when you're just frozen, stuck, because the tools are evolving way faster than anyone can even write the how-to guides.
And this paralysis, it pushes people into one of two really dangerous camps. You've got one extreme, where people just adopt every shiny new tool that comes along, and in the process, they create massive security holes. And then you have the other extreme, the people who just freeze, do absolutely nothing, and watch their competition blow right past them. Both are a total recipe for disaster.
So what's the middle path? Where do we even start? Well, the answer comes from probably the last place you'd ever expect, far, far away from Silicon Valley. It's time for us to meet your new digital intern. Okay, so get this. The solution comes from a company called Stratlog Tech. And what's so fascinating is their background. They aren't in some shiny Bay Area high-rise. They're a veteran-owned business in Iowa, and they handle incredibly high-stakes logistics for the Department of Defense. In their world, that whole move fast and break things motto isn't a cool slogan. It's a catastrophic failure. For them, human in the loop isn't a suggestion. It's non-negotiable. And here it is. This is the big idea, their secret sauce. The biggest mistake we all make is treating AI like it's some all-knowing magical oracle. And Stratlog says, no, no, no. You've got to treat it like a brand new intern, an 8th grader even. Super eager, full of energy, but, kind of clueless. This one little mental flip, it changes the entire game. I mean, just think about it, right? This new intern is incredible. It's got endless energy, it processes information faster than you can blink. But, and this is the critical part, it has zero real-world experience, no street smarts. It has absolutely no clue about nuance, and zero emotional intelligence. It can't read the tension in a room during a big client negotiation.
So here's the trick. You use this intern idea as a filter. You delegate what Stratjon Tech calls robot work. All that repetitive, mind-numbing stuff like data entry or reformatting a table for the 10th time. Give it to the digital intern. That frees you, the human expert, up for the human work, the complex, strategic stuff you were actually hired to do. And the results of doing this? Oh, they're not just small improvements. They are absolutely staggering. I mean, think about that email chain from hell, the one with 40 replies where everyone's talking over each other. That could take a person 2 hours to sort through. Your digital intern, bam, does it in about 5 seconds. And this is the real light bulb moment. When you offload all that friction, you fundamentally change your own role. You stop being a simple data processor, just trying to get through the document, and you become a strategic decision maker who actually uses the information in that document. Okay, I can hear you now. This all sounds great, but what about security, right? It's the elephant in the room. How do you hand tasks over to your new intern without basically emailing your company's crown jewels to the entire world?
This is exactly why that human-in-the-loop concept is so critical. The AI is totally clueless about what's sensitive and what isn't. To an algorithm, a top-secret recipe for a new product looks exactly the same as a recipe for chocolate cake. So you have to be the bouncer at the club door.
And every good bouncer needs a clear set of rules, right? That's where this incredibly simple but powerful traffic light system comes in. Green light means go. It's public data, have at it. Yellow light means caution. This is internal data, so you have to scrub it clean of names and specifics before you use AI. And red light, that's a hard stop, full stop. That data never, ever touches a public AI, period. And what's great is that this whole system is based on serious, gold standard security principles, but it's explained in plain English. Encryption? Just think of it as a scrambler that turns your data into gibberish while it's traveling. And data sovereignty? That's basically a geofence that makes sure your company's data stays safely inside your country's borders, protected by your local laws. Okay, so we've secured the perimeter, the bouncer is at the door.
Now, how do we actually talk to our digital intern to get something useful back instead of just nonsense? This is all about effective delegation. Strat Tech has this awesome, simple formula they call a master prompt, and it's built on 4 pillars. First, you give it context, who you are, what you're trying to do. Then, a very specific task. Third, you add constraints, the rules, the guardrails, and finally, you tell it the exact output format you want. If you miss even one of these, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a mess back from your intern. And here's the difference in the real world. A bad prompt is just saying, help me with outreach. I mean, what does that even mean? A good prompt, though, has all 4 pillars. As a logistics firm, there's your context. Draft a 300-word email, there's your task. Using a professional tone and avoiding jargon, those are the constraints. Format it as a simple text block, and that's your output. See? Night and day. And this, for me, is the biggest insight of this entire framework. Getting AI to work for you isn't a coding problem. It's not a technical problem. It's a communication problem. It's a management problem. If you know how to write a clear project brief for a human, you already have the core skills you need to manage a digital intern. So, after all this, the framework, the security, the communication, what's the ultimate payoff? Well, it's about getting back the one resource you can never, ever buy more of. It's about making more time and space for what Stratlog calls Monday morning work. You know that feeling, right? Your brain is fresh, your coffee is kicked in, and you're ready to tackle the big, meaty, creative problems that actually move the company forward. That's the stuff we're talking about. Because that's the real goal here. This isn't just about shaving a few hours off your timesheet. It's about preserving your cognitive battery. You let the digital intern handle all the administrative drag so that you can save your best brain power for the uniquely human work that truly matters. But this new world of efficiency leaves us with one final, really complicated question. For generations, the way young people learned a business was by doing that boring grunt work. So, if the digital intern does all of that now, how does the human intern learn? How do we build that next generation of leaders when the very first rung on the ladder has been automated away? That's the challenge we all have to solve next.